When it comes to relationships, getting someone to think about you constantly can be a powerful tool in building attraction and deepening connections. While there's no surefire way to control someone's thoughts, understanding the psychological principles that influence how we think about others can give you an edge. By employing these 7 psychological secrets, you can increase the likelihood that you'll stay on someone's mind long after your interactions with them. Introduction. Building a lasting impression on someone is not just about what you say or do in the moment, but also about how you leave them feeling afterward. When someone thinks about you constantly, it's usually because you've managed to create a significant emotional impact or a memorable experience. By understanding the psychology behind attraction and memory, you can employ subtle yet effective techniques to ensure you're on someone's mind more often. 1. The power of emotional impact. One of the most effective ways to ensure someone thinks about you is to create a strong emotional impact during your interactions. People are more likely to remember those who have made them feel a deep emotion, whether it's happiness, excitement, surprise, or even intrigue. The key is to tap into these emotions authentically and thoughtfully. For instance, sharing a personal story that resonates with your listener can create a bond that leaves a lasting impression. By being open and vulnerable, you allow the other person to connect with you on a deeper level, making it more likely that they'll think about you afterward. Emotional impact is powerful because it goes beyond surface-level interactions, touching the core of what makes us human. 2. Engage in meaningful conversations. Meaningful conversations go beyond small talk and dive into topics that matter to both you and the other person. When you engage in deep, thought-provoking discussions, you not only showcase your intelligence and values, but also encourage the other person to reflect on your conversation later. For example, instead of discussing the weather or surface-level topics, steer the conversation towards shared interests, personal experiences, or even philosophical questions. These types of conversations stimulate the mind and often linger in our thoughts, increasing the chances that the other person will think about you when they recall your discussion. 3. Use the Zeigarnik effect to your advantage. The Zeigarnik effect is a psychological phenomenon that suggests people remember unfinished tasks or interrupted activities better than completed ones. In the context of relationships, this means that if you leave something unfinished or leave a question unanswered, the other person is more likely to think about it and, by extension, you afterward. For example, if you're having a conversation and need to leave suddenly, you might say something like, "I'd love to continue this discussion next time." By leaving the conversation unfinished, you create a sense of anticipation and curiosity, ensuring that the other person will think about you and look forward to your next interaction. 4. Be mysterious, but authentic. Mystery is a powerful tool in attracting attention and keeping someone's thoughts on you, but it needs to be balanced with authenticity. Being mysterious doesn't mean being deceptive or withholding. Rather, it involves revealing just enough about yourself to pique the other person's interest, while leaving some things to the imagination. For instance, share intriguing aspects of your life or interests without giving away all the details. This can lead the other person to think about you as they try to piece together the puzzle. However, it's important to balance mystery with authenticity, ensuring that what you do reveal is genuine and not fabricated to impress. 5. Create positive associations. People tend to think about others who make them feel good. By creating positive associations through your interactions, you can increase the likelihood that the other person will think about you fondly and frequently. This can be achieved through simple gestures, kind words, or shared enjoyable experiences. For example, if you know the other person enjoys a certain activity, try to incorporate it into your time together. By associating you with positive experiences, the other person is more likely to think about you when they recall those moments, reinforcing the connection between you. 6. Show genuine interest in their life. One of the most effective ways to stay on someone's mind is to show genuine interest in their life and well-being. When people feel that someone truly cares about them, they are more likely to think about that person in return. This can be achieved by asking thoughtful questions, remembering important details, and being there for them during both good times and challenging moments. For instance, if the other person mentioned an upcoming event or challenge, follow up later to ask how it went. This shows that you are paying attention and that you care, which can leave a lasting impression and make them think about you positively. 7. Leave them wanting more. Finally, one of the best ways to ensure someone thinks about you is to leave them wanting more. This doesn't mean playing hard to get or being distant. Rather, it's about ensuring that each interaction leaves the other person feeling satisfied but eager to see you again. For example, if you're on a date or having a conversation, try to end on a high note. Leave just before the energy dips and express how much you enjoyed your time together. By doing this, you create a sense of anticipation and excitement for your next encounter, ensuring that they'll think about you until then. Conclusion: making a lasting impression. By employing these 7 psychological secrets, you can increase the chances that someone will think about you long after your interactions. Whether it's through creating emotional impact, engaging in meaningful conversations, or leaving them wanting more, these techniques are designed to make a lasting impression. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate, but to genuinely connect in a way that leaves a positive and memorable mark. If you found this article helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your experiences and any additional tips you might have for making someone think about you constantly.